AD carry, I don't know if you'd really rush pick a Kalista. Kaisa makes a lot more sense down here, and that's going to be in for Lost.
Yeah, if they early lock in Kalista, I feel like that does box them pretty heavily into relying on trying to snowball around bottom side, around early dragons, and that is really hard versus Cloud9. Cloud9 have had some of the most aggressive and quickest early games of any team in the lead, with Blaber absolutely popping off. I think Blaber's performance currently is some of the best that we have ever seen from him. So they're going to have to do something to try and contain this jungle. Generally, you're going to want to get some winning solo lane matchups. And blind picking the Camille does leave you open to the Jax answer once again. Fudge already tried to use it, and Cloud9 were very willing to send Blaber up there early on to try and focus and make sure you can get to at least your level 6 there where you can outstat the Camille.
Yep, look back to Cloud9 vs Golden Guardians yesterday, and Blaber level 1 ganked. He was 2, but the lane was level 1 in that top lane, and there was just a lot of pressure up there as Fudge battled Niles, and the junglers tried to make sure that Cloud9 got the better of it. You got the Azir blinded as well here. Perkz wants to grab that as soon as possible. We know Taliyah kind of has to be grabbed. So Perkz, even though he blinds the Azir, he kind of knows he's not going to get counterpicked until more bans come through, because there's no way you let Taliyah go through into the ban phase, because then you're not getting another S tier jungler yourself. So knew where that draft was going. Top's going to be fun. We'll see how much Perkz can do on the Azir with some coverage on his own side. TSM, I'm kind of expecting a lot of AD carry bans on their side. They got, one of the premier ones in the Kaisa. We might see, Senna, Misfortune. I'm thinking of Samira maybe in that list as well.
Yeah, and on the side of Cloud9, like you're saying, probably the Orianna, Syndra, these types of things banned out to give Perkz the more control of the wave towards mid lane. This already is looking like TSM showing multiple tools for these, very aggressive picks. Taliyah, Camille, Kaisa all look like they want to jump in on stuff. You're going to need some guaranteed CC to set those up. So Galio is a really smart ban here from Cloud9. You take away the combination Camille Galio plus another global that you don't want to have to deal with.
Alrighty, well, there is the Galio gone. We're waiting for the second ban out of TSM as we want to see what bot lane they're trying to hide and protect against with. Of course, they would have first dibs on a support pick as well, and that means with a Thresh ban, they get to grab support and keep Thresh off the table as well. Perkz, by the way, despite the fact that I think, people often think of him as a more sort of dynamic, aggressive player, Azir is actually his highest win rate champion among his top 6 most played. And at that point, you're talking about things like Xayah, where he's playing bot lane.
But the rhyme is so good, Phreak.
Yeah, I know.
My Azir is bad, my rise is worse, yes.
His rise is quite bad. It is one of his lower win rate mid laners, but of any mid laner I can see not named Zilean, it's his highest win rate pick. So he's actually an incredibly proficient Azir. His KDA is trash, but his win rate is very high. And there's the Orianna.
Don't always trust the rhymes, Phreak. Just go to say they make great memes, but not great draft strategies always.
Yeah.
And I think that he's definitely well equipped on the champion. And plus, they have already committed to this Jax Camille matchup topside, and Azir is very selfless mid. Like he has his own escapes built in, can have wave control really well. You protect him with a Orianna ban as well. So I think Perkz is set up to be very good for this squad. More engaged. That's what I was talking about. Hard CC, long range here, engage for SwordArt. He's supposed to be the one to pull the trigger for TSM. That's why they signed him to this team. They've drafted around so many possibilities of picking people off here with, the Leona added on top. This one has to be action-packed.
Yeah, so Misfortune Alistar comes through, and there is a small concern on the Misfortune being grabbed, because look at the opposing lineup. Look at, if you watched the games yesterday, TSM was in this exact situation where Lost didn't get to have any fun playing Misfortune against a Camille. There's some follow-up in the Leona, there's some follow-up in the Taliyah, there's follow-up even in the Kaisa. If it needs to be, Misfortune does not kite away easily. So Zven, I want to see how you can pilot it, because player skill can sometimes make the difference. Zven obviously was very good on the MF in the lock-in tournament, pentakills in back-to-back games. Yes, well done there, but does Huni delete you is going to be a question I have, because he could have just gone Xayah, right? Could have picked a defensive option to just immune the knockback, or immune a CC or immune the cage or anything and survive it. He's saying, no, we're going the offensive version, we're going MF, and it's going to work out. So I want to see how it plays out, because Lost couldn't make it work, Zven might.
there's an important difference here is that Zven has an Alistar which can headbutt the Camille back out of her own Hextech ultimatum so that it breaks it, and he should be able to live. If you play bodyguard Alistar, then you can protect your misfortune. Kobe, it's not really going to be up a lot to Zven's play.
Kobe, I wanted to rag on SwordArt, but I wanted to wait. Lost had an Alistar too. Okay, SwordArt. I want to be clear about something. SwordArt has not had a good year on TSM, okay? Looking across the LCS so far this year, Spica has been the best player. I think PoE's been second best. When SwordArt came in, like, this was the guy who was supposed to replace Bjergsen as his dominant player that everyone's going to look to, that the team is going to be built around him. Much like Bjergsen for 6 years straight was the mid laner in the LCS, SwordArt was supposed to be the support. He has the worst KDA in the team. He has the worst kill participation on the team. He is not getting things done. He is dying and not helping things happen. SwordArt is not having a good 2021 on TSM, coming just off of a World Finals appearance. I need to see him step up. I want to see what else he can do in this game. He's got himself a Leona. It can look good, but I need more out of that player.
All right. No whiffed Leona ultimates here. SwordArt or Phreak is going to lose his mind.
Yes.
Let's take a look. He's coming out of the base a little later. They do have a swap over to another sweeper, double sweeper opener for TSM. That smells like possible late invades then.
Well, you know, Spica's the right champion for what the rocks are cooking. And Blaber gonna have to, yeah, okay. We're having Blaber walk away. The sweeper does not find a ward though. I love the meta adaptations where you're like, you know, TSM is a team that goes sweepers a lot. We're gonna wait on our wards, let him go for the sweep. Cool, we can ward afterwards.
Yeah, okay, so we do see the attempt there. Sweeps on forward. SwordArt going to take his down to the bottom side too. But when you have a support going sweeper this early on, you know, dropping the ward and then switching over, that really does kind of give away bottom side focus. If you're investing in offensive trinket at level 1, then you really want to make plays. So they're going to put it right to the test immediately, Phreak, your price tag on SwordArt, and see if it is worth it here, because I expect Spica to get down there and try and take advantage of that.
Yep. We are seeing a pretty heavy clear from Spica. Is taking Krugs as part of the clear, so it's going to be this full 6 camps most likely. Want to point out that Huni is doing the exact same flashless Camille. Now, theoretically, Udyr could have done blue buff into gank top and, you know, done the exact same, you know, Fudge, flash stun, Blaber, bear slaps, and hope they have enough, but regardless, not going to find much more. We already saw Huni learn W at level 1. He used it as part of the leash, so didn't take an escape tool at all. Managed to be okay, though. Bot lane push is going TSM's way first. Huni now playing defensively under his turret. Theoretically, this would be a very hard dive, all things considered. It would be level 2 to level 1 with a jungler, but it's not going to happen. And either way, Huni's going to get his XP and now has his escapes learned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, he could just keep W spam trading. The early stages versus the Jacks, just landing your outer cone of W, trying to get off a Q, not over-committing to it, unless you're able to bait out the counter-strike. Otherwise, Fudge will have the last say about it. Blaber just power clearing as normal on Udyr. No kind of variations here. He can easily finish a full clear before Scuttle spawn. It's one of the big reasons why he's risen to prominence. Should be able to finish up on top side, give Fudge the full extra comfort of knowing that they've got top crab as well. And with that, Scryers or popped on bottom side too. No surprises for either team. They know Spica's down there. Bottom side is not really in danger of a dive on Cloud9's efforts either.
Nice by Blaber. Knows red buff plus the Talisman Burn's going to be enough to knock down the rest of Scuttle. He was right. Saves an auto, saves a few seconds, and use her top side just in case. You know, in case it was pathed up there. We know Huni is slow pushing out, and this is going to be a tough gank to make work, but looks like they're going to try. Starts the stacks going. Fudge going to find himself the stun. No, he won't. That's going to make that fight a lot harder, but can he bait out the hook shot? Huni not going to burn the cooldown just yet. Here comes the bear. Can he get in the way? The flash is going to block it. That was beautiful by Blaber, and he does it again. Cloud9 get first blood top lane.
So good by Blaber. You have to interrupt Camille after she gets the hook shot connected to the wall. He just flashes right to the spot where her little sword legs are sticking in the wall and is able to bear slap her down. Fudge, I thought this was a bit preemptive. and he's not able to get the hook shot out early. Huni kind of sussing it out, but Blaber sticking around after he did the deep ward on enemy Krugs. Patience pays off, Phreak. Blaber strikes once again. This man has just been outstanding for Cloud9.
Good. He's just so good, Kobe. Blaber is such an outstanding player. That gank was awesome. It's the most telegraphed play in the world, yet it still works anyway. It's like, hey, the jungler started bot side. He's going to take Scuttle. It's 3:30 in the game. I'll bet you Udyr's top side, and somehow Fudge manages to bait him in. Blaber plays it perfectly, and off we are onto the board. You might say, hey, maybe that's a little bit of Huni's fault. That might be true. Regardless, though, Cloud9 are on a 600 gold lead, and Blaber is running around. I like that the Tiger run is just him dabbing as he runs across. I don't know if you've noticed, but that's a good point.
Believe me, I've played Udyr for 10 years.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Since before it was cool, and then ironically cool.
Honestly, too, I also love to see when top laners get punished for not bringing flash. It always pops up as a fad where, you know, either there are junglers doing it, where the Graves Ignite fad for a while. Oh yeah, I've got a dash in my kit. I can take Ignite and win my duels, and you kind of flex on people in a 1v1 and then cry when you don't have your flash for instances like we just saw on the top side. But attacking top laners that go that route and try and get the Ignite so they can ego on your 1v1, so they can turn your 1v1 around is kind of, I don't know, it's satisfying to see at a certain level, especially I know for the top laners that don't go for the Ignite.
I mean, I have a sort of similar version. I know it's very common now, but it's seeing Phasers, Alistars die pre-6, where it's like you could go Aftershock and, you know, survive headbutt pulverize, but it's like, no, I'm going for the move speed, and it's like, cool, you're squishy, let's go. Perkz is out of mana, so PoE gets a pretty good hit. He's actually pretty close to killing. Rocket, ooh, that sidestep had to happen. That big one would have killed, so good sidestep by Perkz. PoE wouldn't have had the damage on a flash auto to kill, so that is the fight over, but it is going to be a rough recall on a Perkz. He will lose a little bit of CS.
Perkz camera, he's just chilling too. No sweat off his brow. I definitely saw death there. Very close to that big one hitting, but he just dodges it out. No problem there. And it is going to be Cloud9 starting up the Dragon because of it. He's right back into mid lane there. Azir has priority. Vulcan even goes for the trade to keep TSM's bottom lane from fishing around.
End of the day, Ocean Drake's going to be grabbed. The mid lane pressure, it's going to be enough. Yes, the Perkz TP obviously quite relevant there. So Blaber tigers it. Looks like he's going to save his smite. Bam, grabs it. Okay, early Ocean Dragon, 7 minutes in. Pretty good start here. Cloud9 should feel comfortable with how this one is going. Obviously, the first blood in the top lane is great. And the lanes pretty much everywhere are feeling good as well. A 2-camp lead for Blaber, and that's after having to burn his flash to get a kill. That's with him also taking the dragon, so everything looking great for C9.
Yeah, it's definitely hard work, even with an Ignite. And the whole reason you take Ignite for Camille versus this matchup for Jax is to be able to have possible early kill pressure and to be able to change the tides before Jax gets to level 6, starts scaling up, but Fudge is so happy with this start. Even though ideal world, he gets the last hit, you know, to further fund him. It's the kill alone does a lot to set him up now at level 7 as well. Feeling very, very confident there to be able to scale up to later, because Counter-Strike is just too good of an answer to any of Camille's attempts. Being able to dodge the autos, of course, makes it so Camille can't proc her passive shield for the beginning of the trade, which ensures that she takes a lot of damage from it. And once you get access to your ultimate, Jax's ultimate is one of the really underestimated ults in the game because there's not a big visual to it. Here's a deep dive.
Oh, Perkz outplays Huni. He's just dead, right? Like, Perkz is going to be pretty hurt as well. Perkz is running, and it will be a trade back. Who has to flash away? Careful! The flash combo! Vulcan has arrived! Get him down! 2-1 C9 in that fight.
He's got more work to do. Bottom lane now is under attack. TSM pushing Zven off of this turret. They get one turret plate. And Spica's waiting around as well, hoping they can catch the Moo Cow.
All right, over the wall, SwordArt. He's got Spica nearby, though. They're not going to go for the play. Yeah, okay, Vulcan going to play it defensively. Going to knock down the ward. Zven may just be safe under the turret, so no plays to be had. Obviously, great roam by Vulcan to be there for the mid lane play, but now 3v1 dive potential. They're going to find the stun, but it's level 6 Alistar! You're diving a level 6 Alistar. Lost is ignited. He's dead. Goodbye. Vulcan is the kill leader of Cloud9. SwordArt has to jump away, and the KDAs keep plummeting on TSM.
Phreak, it's over a 2K gold lead and Dragon advantage at 9 minutes into the game for Cloud9.
Kobe,
this is... Yes,
I found out why TSM aren't playing aggressively in the early games. It's backfiring every single time. You can't just go for these plays.
I see. You never know what you don't want until you see it, I guess. All right, package though. This is a big thing for COrki. Anytime this champion comes back in a pro play, I love when teams can actually sync it towards one of the objective plays they want to go for. Unfortunately for TSM in this game, they've lost so much control with the failed dives that they have pulled off, both in mid and around bottom now, that you're not going to get any value out of that package. PowerOfEvil does use it, though, to try and sync it up for the next one. Here's the deep dive. Huni all the way in. Perkz immediately shoves him back. Perkz also saved his flash from the last time with the dodge on the big one, so he's able to flash the Q here. Makes it so PowerOfEvil has to continue further into the tower, take another shot to finish off that kill, and he gets punished.
Oh, okay, this is a good dive, but Zven had the cleanse from last time, burns both sums. A great fight for SwordArt there, puts the combos down. Zven, I believe, was able to cleanse Ignite and the stun, so bad sequencing, I think, by SwordArt. I have to watch that again in the replay. May have done it correctly. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, Zven still down both summoners, but health bar going right back up thanks to potions and an Alistar.
Look at this gold graph, too. Your boy Blaber with the first blood also got the one down there. 2 kills and the, just being Udyr, honestly. I was going to say the jungle CS lead, but Udyr power clear also finding its mark. He's definitely one of the players that doesn't sacrifice his jungle route while still getting in effective ganks. Obviously, he was previously known for it on Olaf. Here's the combo onto Lost.
All right, it's going to force the ult out of Lost, still some damage. Now SwordArt has to walk away, and Eclipse is going to end, so he's going to act being squishy. Blaber's here, but so is Spica. Is there an outplay to be had? Flash doesn't think Udyr, but does have blue smite. Going to slow down SwordArt. Puts the stun back in, recombos, but a double pulverize. Sets at the back line, and SwordArt will drop again. Now Vulcan going to be the E-target as PoE and Huni show up. Fudge now going to join as well, but Huni will find that first kill. Turns back around, Fudge will not find the stun, and now PoE is here. This is a good fight for TSM. They're getting a lot done, but wow, somehow Huni gets killed anyway, and they don't get any more for it.
Yeah, the reinforcements arrive here for Cloud9, chasing down TSM to make sure the comeback does not start here. They cut it off. It's still some good gold back for TSM, and it's a Trinity Force completed for Huni. So, you know, gold turning into real power spikes for them here. Unfortunately for him, it also is timed up with the Blade of the Ruined King for Fudge. And that is still going to be problematic for him in the 1v1. Considering the extra level here. Blaber actually also picked up the ring to start stacking for Udyr. You know, your Phoenix does scale pretty decently with AP, so I kind of like it. And I actually want to see my first ever Medjai's Udyr. I really am hoping for it. If Cloud9 continue to increase their lead, maybe we see it. Probably not, though. TSM going to take the Dragon.
Hey, good job, TSM, getting back on the map in time. They are going to make sure they can tie up the Dragon count, so well played. Good job, Lost, Spica, and Co to make this one come through. Kobe, to your point, when Medjai gets 10 stacks, you get move speed on it, and that is Udyr's #1 stat. Ooh, that's a great ult. Great ult by SwordArt into the stun combo. No way out, and finally, an isolated kill picked up there on Zven.
There you go. Approved by Phreak. SwordArt, big pick on the Leona. That's what they need for TSM to get back into this game. Remember, Camille with the Taliyah, with the Leona and Kaisa, all looking for these possible long-range picks. And accuracy of the Leona ultimate does so much to get you there. Applies your passive stacks for Kaisa to jump over with the Killer Instinct. Here's a review of the bottom side, though, and this is where TSM, they commit everything. This is going to be the comeback play for them. Double TP from both solo laners. They started channeling earlier. They get the kill on the Zven. Really nice Hextech ultimatum there from Huni to be able to dodge out on the Counter-Strike stun, but also get the kill on the Misfortune. Fortunately for them, Perkz and Fudge do also arrive to chase them off and cut the TSM party short on the bottom side, ensuring that Cloud9 can continue to keep their lead. All that being said, though, the Dragon stacking was cut off pretty quickly there by TSM, you know, taking advantage of the recall to go in and steal away that Cloud. So that does buy them a little bit of extra time to try and reformulate, refocus on picking up one of these possible kills here. I would say get that next COrki package and go ham.
That's a slow. That's going to be enough, maybe. MF ult over the top is going to disengage, though. Good by Zven to keep the team safe. And Perkz will knock down bot lane outer turret. The plates fell before the 5th plate could be taken, but the earlier summon by Blaber at about 12:30 was well timed. Didn't have a better spot for a Herald, so summoned it then. Good job. And Perkz just kept pushing down to the bottom side. And look at the CS. 151. No one's even hit 130 yet. He has got huge farm. He got solo turret gold down in bot lane, a bunch of the plates as well. I mean, Perkz is gigantic despite a unassuming 1-1-0 score line. He is going to be a huge factor in this game.
Yeah, I mean, saving his flash all the way until he gets double dove by Camille and COrki, with the ultimatum also being used by the Camille, was really big for him, buying a lot of time. Up until then, he had been punishing the COrki in lane. He forced PowerOfEvil's teleport early. That's why they got their first dragon, by the way. I give credit to Perkz for that one. As far as the C9 objectives go, TSM, though, looking at one of their own. This is, second Rift Herald, so not going to be turret plate money, but still valuable for trying to get some territory back on the map for them, because TSM are faced with this problem of Camille not really being able to answer Jax, despite having the Ignite here to try and be the tide turner in the 1v1. It's just too strong already for Fudge, hitting level 11. Blaber going in on SwordArt.
Okay, flash away from Perkz to not be comboed out. That is the summoner down. SwordArt managed to do a pretty good job onto that one, but now the package is here. PoE is in the backline, and Perkz is gonna drop. TSM in the mid game found their aggressive plays, and they have gotten kill after kill after kill.
COrki package on objectives, Phreak. Really nice. This is what you want to see. They sync it up with starting this Rift Herald, and TSM get what they want. Cloud9 bite. They actually get a pretty good trade there against multiple members, and yet with PoE coming in with the COrki package, is able to punish. Does Blaber actually make him flash? He does, and he goes for the dive.
Fast. He's got Tiger, he's got Phoenix, and he's got the kill in his sights. Nicely done. A solo kill for the jungler. Good job, Blaber.
I run, I stun, I solo kill PowerOfEvil. Even with the summoners, no problem. That's what you like to see from the Udyr play. And guess what, Phreak? That is 6 stacks on the Dark Seal.
Yeah.
So maybe we do get to see the Soul Stealer just to further empower those Phoenix Blasts. I would say, you get a little bit of extra shielding too with your Turtle Stance as a fairly competitive AP ratio on it. But yeah, your breakpoint of the move speed is really the bonus that you're looking for.
He's got the moon shorts. He's got the moon shorts ready to go. Yeah,
you hike those up. You can see why they have speed on them, because they're not actually full-length pants. I like that your adaptation on Azir's moon pants. They're more moon shorts. They have a lot of flexibility for running fast.
They're like those cool shark skin like Speedos that you saw in the Olympics like 12 years ago. Like they're all hyped up like way back when.
Oh, cool,
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Listen, I was a competitive swimmer up throughout high school. I find those cool.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I've seen a Speedo ever that I would describe as
So to be fair, they don't look like briefs. Like they go down to mid-thigh because they're more aerodynamic than your legs are. So, it increases the cool factor a lot. They look not too dissimilar to the moon shorts that Blaber is wearing right now. We are onto the dragon. That's the important part, Kobe. I apologize for sidestepping you on that one. Zven going to go ahead and fight the Infernal Drake, no problem. Fudge playing the far flank, knocking down a ward on the far side. And honestly, TSM not willing to fight this one. Keep in mind the gold difference is still over 5,000. And so if Cloud9 are positioned, TSM have to give it away. They get first dibs on mid, but this is probably going to go down too slowly. They will not knock down the turret.
Yeah, TSM just keep on rotating up north away from Cloud9 towards the top of the map to try and get some gold for themselves. No real ground gained, though. Do they catch him? He's got Smite.
Good Smite goes through for Blaber, taking about a bunch of damage down to 1,400. A slow goes down to the back line of TSM, keeping them away. So Spica and PoE can't join back in. At the end of the day, we are back to neutral here. I might have missed, where did the Herald go that TSM summoned? Because none of the turrets have dropped, but it's not in the inventory anymore. Nice headbutt pulverize comes through into PoE. Tries to cut away, it's not going to be nearly enough. Vulcan once again resumes his spot on the top of the scoreboard. 3 kills in this game.
Just the stampede here, Cow and Bear running down the airplane. There's nothing PoE can do, no flash left. They get another engage and he wants another piece. Vulcan, Hex Flash.
Ooh, he found a pulverize, but it's going to be enough for him. He's going to walk away. He's going to headbutt to a minion to get some more distance. Take a CS away from Zven. Yeah, we're okay. Deal with it. We're done here.
Okay. back to the Speedos. Did you know?
Yeah, great. Please.
Just because we had an Australian writer that his name was Budgie Smuggler. And I had no idea that was the Australian term for Speedos. Turns out a budgie is a small bird that they have down there. So it's not one of the more obvious, like kind of crude, like banana hammock.
Yeah, right.
For it, it's much more. I like the extra levels to the Australian ones.
I mean, it's great because it's still a bird, which well, I'm not going to say it on air, but you know what I'm talking about. There's more bird euphemisms out there for downstairs. So it's still it's still nearby, which I'm appreciating. It's in the family. It's still avian. So 6,000 gold difference here with 3 minutes to go until the next Infernal Dragon spawns. And wait. All right, SwordArt. We'll just give you a pass on that one.
All right, pass is being handed out by Phreak once again. Yesterday. Let's see about the next package. It has 240-second cooldown total. I haven't heard the alarm go off recently to see when PoE can actually try and make another move, because if you look at the gold graph, it's been all Cloud9 all day. They can't win the side lane. They haven't been able to win grouped either, so they have so few options. This is why I keep bringing up this cooldown that COrki can make game-changing plays with, and it requires the entire team to have full confidence. You just kind of have to go for the pick. It's TSM looking for picks, looking for numbers advantage on people. Long-range Leona ultimate into Kaisa and COrki following up, but Cloud9 is burning this sucker down. 4K health and counting.
All right, here we go. Vulcan's going to try to zone them away. He headbutts. He's going to look for the pulverize. He doesn't get Spica in time, but there's still going to be the spike coming through for Blaber. He's able to pick it up, and they get the kill on the jungler as well. It's time to run away, but Vulcan's going to have a hard time living through this one. Huni's going to find himself that kill, and now it's time to kite away. Stunned up by Blaber, going to kite out though. Fudge, got to be careful. Puts in the dodge zone, re-engage towards SwordArt, and they will find that kill. 2 kills in so far, to back for 1, but they're looking for a bit more. Lost his save in the back line, but he's got to run away. He's got 1 HP left. He is still cutting away. He's burning a little bit. Fudge wants to reach him, cannot quite do it, but now PoE stuck under the turret, has to run away as well. Huni nearby as a bodyguard. Fudge basically kills him with Q auto. Flash for PoE, flash to follow. Ult comes in for Huni. That should guarantee a kill, but it will be traded back. A huge battle for Cloud9. 4-2, I believe, the overall damage, plus Baron on top.
Yeah, and that means, too, them going for the dive and trading kills is actually beneficial to the team with Baron. Usually you like to get those Baron buffs off the table, and that feels good. But interrupt here on to Zven.
Can he outplay? Yes, he can. Thank you, Gale Force.
Yeah. That's a 80 carry, point to the stars. Thank you, Gale Force. A great addition. Riot allows Misfortune to escape this one. Honestly, though, with that Baron buff, they still were able to get the mid-secondary tower, and I expect the reset here for Cloud9 to get out in time for Dragon number 3. 36 seconds on the timer for them. Fudge does not have teleport, but 30 seconds is enough for him to get close enough to the Dragon for Cloud9 to threaten that fight, since they have such an advantage. Here's another look at it. As you said, Vulcan wasn't able to combo Spica, keep him out of the pit, so he got in there for an attempt at a smite steal, but Blaber and Cloud9, still enough damage there. Blaber, steady hands, is able to land the smite and secure it, and now...
Blaber. SwordArt, good play in the front, stuns the front line, kites as much as he can, tries to disengage. PoE with a package is going to completely delay them. You can't walk through this. You have to wait, you have to wait, you have to wait, and that means Vulcan's alone. Vulcan's stuck so much, has to burn the ulti. He will still burn down, though. Has to run away, slowed yet again. One more auto, there's lost on a rampage. The re-engage could be good, though. Spica's at a 400 HP, and now Huni's pretty far up as well. Nice disengage so far, TSM. They are 5v4, but against Baron. Cloud9 still want to fight. They're stuck here. When do they go back in? Blaber finds the front line, looks for Huni. Good damage there. Ult comes across. Fudge already killed off Spica. He's in the back line, but now he's stunned back up. 2 kills picked up so far. The huge shuffle comes through for Perkz, and that is the Bud Light ace for Cloud9.
That alcove looking like a TSM graveyard, Phreak, as Perkz goes in to sweep them all back on the Azir. And it is all C9 from here on out. Baron buff in hand means they get to take the whole map, pushing multiple objectives at once. Bottom side inhibitor turret will go down following the dragon as well. Blaber's going to just take away your entire jungle while you're sitting in the death chamber. Oh, they actually don't stick around for it, calling off the extra damage here. They go for another reset, Baron buff timing out, and they're happy with just the dragon pickup plus jungle counter. Okay. So
Starts early.
Turbo Chem Tank, Phreak, great addition for Udyr. Gets the rush it, speed right in here for Blaber. And I was kind of hoping, you know, the package was going to make the series more competitive. It does delay, as you're talking about the rest of the team. Full stop sign up there for Cloud9 members as Vulcan actually commits to the engage, but he's all alone since no one can walk over the red carpet. TSM, though, sustained quite significant damage, and they've got nothing left for this fight. You see Cloud9 taking their time. They walk around, sectioning off the TSM members, cut inside this alcove, and they then send Blaber in first, tankiest member. Fudge then follows, allowing, you see, Perkz and Zven to just fire away from the backside the entire time until there's only 2 members left on the run. Perkz goes in, sweeps them all back. Face check? Okay.
Good
no
work.
face check, no death.
No, he's going to be okay. Not going to blast plant into the fog of war. Perkz going to have to be careful. Good stun by SwordArt. There's the combo. There's the deletion. Well played, TSM. A nice blast plant gets Vulcan to safety.
Yep, that's exactly what you have to do. Keep on looking for picks. TSM just has to group up. Go Goon Squad if you have to. Just everybody pile on first target. That's how you can try and make a comeback in this game. Cloud9 have not gotten Soul yet, so they have to keep their hopes alive on the side of TSM. Keep looking for those picks, and that one was very big because that gets you an outer tower worth of gold as well. It may seem like a drop in the bucket compared to this ginormous gold lead that C9 have, but every drop counts, Phreak. You got to fill up. You got to start filling up that bucket some way.
That's true. And you just hope it's not too leaky, you know? Hope you're not losing what you're putting back in. You know, hope the bucket's maybe tall enough that it's made of some
no counter kills being given over. That's
exactly,
I
right?
like it. I like it.
Yeah. So you got to make sure it's not a sieve down there. Okay, SwordArt's going to find Blaber yet again. Big stun combo comes across. Going to save the ulti. Doesn't have it, actually. That's why. And look at the damage up. Puts Lost at like 2/3. Here comes MF over the top. Gale forces in, then puts the ulti down. Vulcan's here. Lost tries to kite away. He's going to get deleted by Misfortune. Stun's not going to find a kill either. PowerOfEvil now has to run. Vulcan can't find the flash. Yet Spica has the time to put on the emote mid-fight, but Vulcan's still burning. Is Vulcan dead? Yes. A kill goes through to Huni. Good ignite comes across. Nice stopwatch, buys some time for Spica. Fudge a bit low, but there's a bear right on top, and a triple kill comes through for Zven.
And Cloud9 just break a hole in the bottom of the bucket. All the water's gone. Now they're going to run straight inside the base as well. There goes finally the first inhibitor tower down for them. They just broke the door wide open. Those death timers, though, not long enough yet. Lost and SwordArt will come up because they died so early in the fight. And Cloud9 not going to give that comeback chance there to TSM, not overstaying, heading to the Baron instead. No smite for TSM, so it has to be maybe a Void Seeker possible steal, something crazy.
Huni Q. It's Cho'Gath, right? Just 7,000 damage. Oh, he didn't get it. Weird. Expected situation there. Baron picked up no problem. I believe all 5 have the buff as Vulcan's already respawned. TSM maybe look for the desperation play, but they are outnumbered. This can't be a good fight. There is no way this is going to work, but they're going to try.
Package?
SwordArt has to flash away. Blaber gets a bit low. Package is nice. It's 1 for 0 so far. Huni gets shuffled right back in. There's 2, there's 3, and PoE is left alone. And the entire time, Spica was never going to be in that fight. They opted into a 4v5 while down in gold. I understand the desperation. They wanted to drop in the bucket, but the whole thing was kicked over, and it's time for Cloud9 to end the game.
All right, Blaber's going to lead the charge then. The most move speed on the squad means he gets to be the first one at the next turn. He's looking for Spica, Tiger, Phoenix.
He's running as fast as he can. He's got 10 stacks of the Dark Seal. He's sadly no Magize. If he had Magize, he'd have more move speed and more AP, and he might have won the fight. You know, if he had just built Magize and sold the Bramble Vest, maybe that was a kill.
I'm going to say count it for Cloud9. Nexus turret number 1 under fire, and number 2 short to follow.
That one's going to drop here. Nice little shove onto Fudge, but that's going to be another sub-31. Nice by Vulcan. Pushes back SwordArt. Stun's going to land on the Blaber, but it's not going to be enough. The Nexus will fall, and Cloud9 will smash TSM.
This one definitely action-packed from the beginning. Unfortunately for TSM, all of the action was going Cloud9's favor. A couple of dives here in the early game. Trying to go after Perkz really deep. He gets a counter kill. Actually turns into 2 since Vulcan then follows up. Followed by the bottom one as well with the chase down kills. And Cloud9 really expertly pushed that ahead. This is something that they have been known for multiple years here. Just taking this early lead. running it straight into the ground with it. Blaber, once again, extremely good game. This guy has been on fire.
Yeah, definitely incredibly good. You threw 2 bans at him. He still grabs the Udyr, still first blood, still out farms, gets a lot of the dragon control as well. He's an outstanding player, and it's hard to push Blaber off of a champion where he will be outstanding. He is, I think, my pick right now for the best performing jungler in the LCS. Obviously, there are other great names out there that can clearly challenge him. There are a lot of good players out here in this league, but Blaber right now feels like the best one to me. His team around him, obviously incredible as well. They narrowly lost in Game 5, right, for the LCS lock-in tournament. They are one of the front runners for qualifying for MSI here. They are now one of only 2 teams undefeated. Yeah, only one of them and 100 Thieves, and they beat 100 Thieves, right? That also went to 5 games, sure, but they are kind of heads and shoulders right now as a very strong team. I liked Perkz' Azir. This now makes it, it takes his win rate above LeBlanc's now, above 75%.
Rise
so,
next,
bam.
rise next,
yeah.
rise next.
He's got some wins to go to catch the rise up there, unfortunately. That one's going to be a bit. But either way, Cloud9, a well-oiled machine and a well-played game to take down TSM.